Hello friends, welcome to Tarunais. Today we will be discussing MCQs based on the current affairs of 2nd of November 2022. Now let's start with the first MCQ of the day. The first MCQ is about which of the following body publishes the World Energy Outlook. Option 1 is WHO, IEA, which is International Energy Agency. International Energy Agency. The United Nations Environment Program and GermanWatch. The correct answer is the International Energy Agency, which has been established within the framework of OECD, and since 1998 IEA has been publishing the World Energy Outlook. Recently, in the 2022 report or the publication of the World Energy Outlook, it has talked about how the energy prices are going to rise, as well as the investment into the renewables is going to increase by 2030, and how the carbon emission, the CO2 emission, is going to decline by 2050. So these were some of the important findings that the report had published. So B is the correct answer. You can read the explanation here. Let's move on to the next question. The question second says, which of the following article deals with the Uniform Civil Code? So in today's current affair, that is 2nd of November 2022, we discussed about the Uniform Civil Code, that why it was in news and what does the Uniform Civil Code means, and why there has been why this has always been a debatable topic. We might discuss in some of the editorials if we do get editorial in the Hindu and the Indian Express. So according to Article 44 of the DPSPs of the Indian Constitutions, that is Directive Principles of the State Policies, the Article 44 deals with the Uniform Civil Code. So B is our correct answer. The Uniform Civil Code is that one uniform code, that is the compilation of the law that is going to apply to the entire country irrespective of the religion they follow in the personal matters, that is marriage, adoption, divorce and guardianship. So Article 44 says, it lays down in the Constitution that the state shall endeavour to secure uniform civil code for the citizens throughout the territory of India. The next question of the day is, consider the following statements regarding the tuberculosis. It is spread via vector and is caused by a virus belonging to coronavirus family. This is entirely incorrect, because tuberculosis is caused by a bacteria by the name Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So this is not a virus, this is basically a bacteria. Alright, and it's an airborne disease. It's an airborne disease. There was a time when TB used to be lethal in our country. TB used to be lethal in our country. That means people used to die of tuberculosis. And India has always had a latent cases of the latent TB. Now what does this latent TB means? That means everybody in India has TB, but it is in inactive stage. It is an inactive stage. That means the immune system of the person is so well trained and advanced that it can suppress the activity of the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. However, in some of the individuals, the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, the bacteria which spreads the tuberculosis, it starts proliferating and it overcomes the immune barrier of the person. So that's how the person gets the tuberculosis. And the drugs which are given in case of the tuberculosis, they have a lot of side effects. They have a lot of side effects and are very expensive too. So let's look at the second statement. So first statement is incorrect here. So the second statement is that TB most commonly affects the lung, but it can also affect other organs. So there are two kinds of TB. The lung TB, which occurs in the lung, and the pulmonary, which is called as the pulmonary TB, and there is an extra-pulmonary TB. That means it can also affect the other organ of the body. So yes, there is true. This statement is true, that TB is of two types, the pulmonary and the extra-pulmonary. With 28% cases, India was among the 8 countries accounting for more than 2/3 of the total TB patients count. Now recently, WHO, that is the World Health Organization, has published a report called as the Global TB Report. Now, this global TB report says that India has 28% of the TB cases. That means the 2/3 of the total cases occurs in India, right? Now, what is the cause for having such high cases of India? Although India has been declining the number of TB patients by using various treatment, and one of the famous treatment is the DOT treatment, which is the direct observation treatment. Here in this treatment, what happens? The physician or the doctor directly observes the person for the TB symptoms and provide them with the drugs according to the observation and the stage of the TB. So that's why it is known as the direct observation treatment. So India has lot of schemes going on. For example, Nikshay TB is there. For example, India has undertaken this pledge to end TB by 2025, which is a highly ambitious aim, and we have to work a lot in order to completely eliminate the TB from our country. So in this question, second and third statement is correct, and the first statement is incorrect. Therefore, since we have been asked the correct statement, so 2 and 3 are the correct statements, hence B will be our correct answer. You can read the explanation here. Let's move on to the question number 4. The exercise Garuda was in news recently. Choose the correct statement. So basically in our daily current affairs of 2nd of November 2022, we did discuss the exercise Garuda, that it is a bilateral Air Force exercise between Indian Army and France Air Force. Indian Air Force and France Air Force. And there are other exercise also, that bilateral exercise that we conduct with France. For example, the exercise Shakti and the exercise Varuna. So these 3 exercises you must remember, and also remember the bilateral exercises that India conducts with other countries. For example, we do conduct exercise with Mongolia, that is nomadic elephant. We have exercise with Kazakhstan, with Thailand, with Sri Lanka, with United States of America. We conduct exercise with the UK, Russia, China, Nepal, Bangladesh, etc., etc. So you have to remember the name of these exercises. Perhaps in match the correct answer in form of the match the following, UPSC might ask. So the correct answer is that it is the bilateral exercise between the India and the France Air Force. So A is the correct option. A's will be our answer. So you can read the explanation here, that the first edition of the exercise was conducted in the year 2003, and this was the 7th edition of the bilateral exercise that has just culminated in Jodhpur Air Force Station. The next question of the day is, which of the following statements regarding the Saka Panja Sahib is correct? Is it the religious shrine of the Sikh community? It is a heroic event that took place on October 30, 1922 at Hassan Abdal railway station, which is close to the sacred shrine of Panja Sahib in Punjab province of Pakistan. The Gurdwara Panja Sahib is located in India. This is Panja Sahib is located in India. It was during the revolt in the Punjab province against the corrupt Mahans. Now we have to choose the correct statement here. Now basically this Saka Panja Sahib is an event. It's a heroic event that took place in 1922 at the Hassan Abdal railway station. Now what happened, that some of the people from the Punjab, they wanted to give food to the prisoners, and they had blocked the railway station, and they had blocked the railway track. And they wanted to stop the train. However, the train did stop, but after killing many people there. So this event is also known as the Shahidi Saka Panja Sahib, which recently was not exactly celebrated, but an event was conducted in the memory of this event. So yes, there is a Gurdwara Panja Sahib, but it is not located in India. It is located in Punjab province of Pakistan. So the correct statement is B. You can read the explanation here. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching Tarun Eyes. Have a nice day.